Moving on to the prelims, UFC 310. We got Randy Brown versus Brian the Butcher Battle. This is hell
Brian
of a matchup,
Battle.
Lee. I'm so happy for this one.
Yeah, you know the Butcher ain't gonna lose to a Jamaican in Vegas. You know the Butcher ain't gonna lose to a Jamaican in Vegas.
I'll have to agree with you, man. I'm going to agree
Actually,
with you. I was having my doubts on what Brian Battle, the kind of level he's faced so far compared to Randy Brown. Yeah, he's 34, what, 1 year past what you would consider not in your prime, maybe even a 35. I mean, he's got a win over Muslim Salikov. He looked great
yeah,
against Dos Santos, Turman, beat Trinaldo. And that was a good
yeah,
few
that's
years
a
ago, too, where he was still kicking like a dog.
yeah,
I mean, the win over Giuseppe, you got for the Butcher,
yeah,
Fletcher, Green, the no contest. He was beating Lewis's ass. Everybody saw that one, so it doesn't matter. But what you
yeah.
thinking? You think Brian Battle's got that going on right now?
Yeah, you know what? This one could really go either way. It's so close to what both these guys can do. Randy Brown certainly has an argument to win as well. I like what you'd mentioned before that they could cancel each other out. We're expecting some awesome freaking striking event. It could very well cancel each other out. But I'm interested to see what the under 2.5 line is when it comes out. That just not quite goes the whole distance, but pretty well close to see what they would give that line out. Because I think that would be a very profitable one. I think everybody's expecting this to be a finish, and it very well could at any moment. But
Right.
it's one of those fights, man. We don't really know.
I don't see this going to the ground either.
Yeah,
Like, don't
those
really
guys
at
are gonna
all.
try to kill each
Both of
other.
them don't
Yeah.
even average a whole takedown in a fight. So I'll take Brian Battle on this one just because of the hype he's got going on right now. They're both, I mean, Randy Brown's on a 3-fight win streak. I mean, and you consider Battle on a 4-fight win streak because that no
Yeah.
contest was bullshit. It really was. He was fine and he just wanted a way out. Ain't nobody gonna see that. I'll
Yeah.
take Battle by decision. I think it's gonna get canceled out. That's where
Yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah. I got battle under 2.5. So we'll see. We'll
Got
see at
you.
this clash.
Let's go. All right, moving on. Movzar Vlaev versus Aljamain, the human backpack Sterling. It's going to be a boring one, but if you literally love, unless you're not a casual, you will love this one.
Yeah. Absolutely. I don't think Sterling gets it done. I think Avalev will definitely find the win on this one. He's training out of American Top Team, and his last three wins are Dan Ige, Diego Lopez, and Arnold Allen.
Yeah.
And I mean,
And
ultimately,
Dowdu.
that's all at featherweight. And then you've got this is Aljamain Sterling's second fight at featherweight after a win over Calvin Cater, who's been through some wars. This is the post Max Holloway Calvin Cater that Aljamain Sterling
That
beat.
was past
And
blowing his leg out too, Calvin Cater, right?
yeah, no doubt too. So I think this is going to be a tough test for Sterling, and I don't think he passes it.
I'm gonna have to agree with you there. I mean, how many of those wins in his last five are even tainted?
Yeah,
I mean, Jan, whatever. Dillashaw had one arm.
yeah,
Cejudo was split, right?
yeah.
Lost to
Coming.
O'Malley and beat Cater. So I mean, when you're
Yeah.
looking at it like that, and then you got Vlaev, I think he's not gonna be able to
Oh,
defend the
absolutely. That
wrestling.
like, yeah, that
And Vlaev's built like
murderers
meat.
row he just faced.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Arnold Allen's a dog. But yeah,
Yeah,
the amount of competition he Vlaev's is literally just walk through. Yeah, Aljo's a champ, man, but his championship and wins were tainted, all of it together. So that's where I'm gonna
yeah.
go with. I'm gonna say it goes the distance of Vlaev.
Oh, that's without saying. That's a given.
Yep.
That's
But you
probably
never
this.
know.
Yeah,
Fight to
you
fight,
do
baby.
never know in MMA. But
Moving on. Interesting one here, Lee. This one had me all wobber jobble too. With Vicente Luque versus Themba Gorimbo.
yeah, I think Luque is gonna wish he had Diaz. I sincerely think Luque is going to wish he had Diaz. Like, I mean, last time we seen Luque out against a hungry walk-in Buckley, and you've seen how that turned out. And I think Garimbo is even more hungrier than Buckley was. You could see this guy's got the endorsement from The Rock, and you've seen his last last win out against Nico Price. I think like Luque was training for a fight with a 40-year-old Nate Diaz, not a 33-year-old.
Yeah.
I want to, this guy's doing this to eat anymore.
6'1",
This guy's a huge
170.
problem at that weight.
Oh man, big change, like you said. Except for old boys trying to, light plants on fire, high as shit looking, skinnier than hell
Yeah.
out in LA. So who knows? But I'm gonna agree with you there. He's gonna be wishing he did. But I mean, I'm not gonna write Luque out at all. That's
No,
large.
absolutely. And the books reflect it too. I think Garimbo's at like a minus 160, which is fantastic. I'm gonna drop a bunch of money on that line right there. Like, I mean, especially while it just came out, it's good odds. Like, I don't see Luque winning this fight, but obviously there's enough in it for it to make a good line on it. So I totally understand from that. But I think we see the same thing as what we saw with Joaquin Buckley,
I'm gonna
if
agree
not
with you
quicker.
there. I'll take. See, I really think it would be Garimbo inside the distance if he actually trained for it.
Yeah.
I think since Vicente was looking at Diaz fight, now that's kind of messed everything up. Garimbo's coming in short notice ish. I mean, he still had 2-3 weeks, but that's not the same, not even close. I'd say it goes the distance, Garimbo.
Yeah, very well possible. Yeah. Luque can grapple, he can strike. But man, I think Garimbo, man, he hits so clean.
I'm gonna go Garimbo. Decision
Yeah,
is what it is, homie.
absolutely.
Moving on. I really love this fight. I got to see Reyes get his win down in Kentucky
Oh,
live.
yeah.
It was a great time. I'm happy to see that versus Anthony Lionheart Smith. I really love this matchup. And dude, is Anthony Smith ever gonna not be finally relevant anytime
Yeah.
soon? And every time he's got like his foot out the door, he's like, whoop, snatches something up, gets the right win at the right time, man.
Yeah. This is a fantastic fight. It's got the name value that's I think Smith ultimately deserves. It's like I'm an Anthony Smith fan. I love every time he comes out to fight. I love Return to the Mac playing. But I have to go with Reyes on this one. I think Reyes is the victor. I mean, Anthony Smith has so much stuff going on.
No.
And then ultimately, all Reyes has is fighting. Like, Smith's got broadcasting. He's got everything that he's going on with the media and everything. He's doing so much with the podcast. All Reyes has is his UFC contract as far as what the eye can see, and this definitely might be it if he were to lose against Smith. So I think Reyes is probably training hard for this. He wants it. Smith is the most skillful fighter, in my opinion. He's more skillful, but I think that power with Reyes will be the factor. I think Reyes gets him done under 2.5.
I'm gonna agree with you there. This is Reyes' last run, and he looked great, man. He really did. I mean, he was lost. You got to think who the hell his motherfucker been fighting to. Blockovic, Jones, Prohaska, Span. Finally gets an average fighter, knocks him out.
Yeah.
Ryan Spanlos kind of looked bad, but whatever. He was knocked out 3 straight times, dude.
It's
That's what you got to think. Blockovic slept him. Prohaska slept him. Span slept him.
Yeah.
And then he finally gets that win down in Kentucky.
Yeah, absolutely. And Smith has shocked us before too, as well too, with that guillotine.
Facts. But I'll agree with you. Reyes inside the distance here. He's hungry, baby. He's gonna go get it.
Absolutely.